Hello everyone and welcome to another Halloween Season review. Today is a very special review because it is my first ever giveaway and I am reviewing Zorro the Dice Game. Zorro the Dice Game is a light-hearted dice rolling game for 2 to 6 players. And it's very, very quick, 15 to 30 minutes. This is my first game also being reviewed for this game publisher, Pull the Pin Games. Check this out. Boom! Pull the Pin Games. Pretty cool little packaging there. We'll get to the components here in a little bit. But yes, I did mention that with this review, I will be doing a giveaway for Zorro, the Zorro dice game, base game, and the expansion here, Heroes and Villains. So this review will review both of these, and then you'll have a chance to win both of these games. Now, just right up front, the publisher here sent me the review copy and the giveaway, so I'd like to thank Pull the Pin Games for that. And since I'll be covering shipping here, I am going to have to restrict this giveaway to just the United States. And sorry, Alaska, Hawaii, you're out too. So, but otherwise, stick around. At the end of the video, I will talk about how you can win both of these, the base game and the expansion. So very, very exciting. Okay, so Zorro the Dice Game components. Let's talk about the components first of all, and start with the dice because this is a dice game, right? So we'll get you a good view of the dice here. These are excellent dice. Now you'll notice maybe they're a little bit smaller, kind of that same, I think these probably about the same size as blanking on the name now. But yeah, you can see they're a little bit smaller size dice there, but very, very nice quality, right? So they've got kind of the etched in, and the color looks great. I mean, some of the symbols, I mean, they're trying to show some, it's not really detailed, but so like, you know, he's a little Zorro with the cape there. But yeah, the dice are great. They roll great, and the quality is great as well. So yeah, you have 6 of the Zorro dice, and then you have these hero dice, which are, you'll notice, mostly one symbol on the other ones. But dice quality, fantastic. What else do you get in the game? Well, you're primarily working with cards otherwise. So let's talk about the quality of the cards on this. Quality is really actually pretty darn good. They might feel a little thin, but they still have that nice linen finish, and I have no concerns with the cards and them holding up okay. You could sleeve them. I honestly don't sleeve a lot of my games, and I wouldn't probably this one either. The quality's great on those. And yeah, there's a lot of different cards. We'll talk about those here in just a second and kind of the gameplay for a little bit and talk about my thoughts. What else does the game come with? The base game, and I've mixed these in now, so I apologize. I don't recall what colors come in the expansion. So the game usually plays 2 to 6 players. In the base game, and so it comes with 6 player pawns. The expansion comes with 2 more, so you can play up to 8. But these are great, nothing too fancy, but really good quality, just wooden pawns, painted well, and yeah, they stand up well. So those are the little pawns. Now you're not going to utilize these a lot in the game. Basically in the game, a quick overview, this is not a how-to play, but to give you a feel of the gameplay itself, is we have these heroic feat cards. Okay, and we have this big deck here. The base game comes with 16 of these heroic feats, And the expansion comes with a few more, actually. So you get 8 more additional heroic feat cards. And basically, the gameplay is on your turn, you're going to be rolling these Zorro dice. And they have different symbols on each one. But what you're going to do is you're going to place your pawn on whatever heroic feat you're going for. And you're doing that for a few different reasons. Number one, if you defeat the heroic feat and are successful by matching the symbols on the die here, then you're going to get an equipment card, which is going to make it a lot easier to complete other heroic feats and take out these scoundrels and villains. And also you will, if you are successful, keep this heroic feat in front of you. And how the game progresses there is once you have 2 of these, once someone has 2 of these, let's say they get 2 heroic feats of the same color, then they can go ahead and take this hero die matching that color. So I could get a yellow die. And whenever I roll on my future turns, I get to include the yellow die. So you get more dice to help you with that. And then you have your opponents here, your scoundrels come up. And they're usually 3 of that color. So this is yellow, so they want grabs. And then they have some sort of thing to kind of mess either with the die rolls or limit you in some way. Example here, choose a symbol other than a grab. If you don't get 2 or more of those on one of your rolls, you lose this fight just outright, okay? So you face scoundrels. If you get 3 of one color, so you get 3 yellow, you could get another hero die. So you have 2 yellow dice for whenever you roll. And you're going to take out the villain. Now, the base game comes with only 1 villain and 1 scoundrel in each of the colors. The expansion adds to that, and the expansion includes 2 additional villains. So here's the base one here. And here's the expansion ones here. I do appreciate this for the expansion. They have the cards, the symbol there, so you know what came with the expansion, what did not. So you can see it adds a little bit of variety. This one here makes it so you cannot use premium equipment, which we haven't talked about yet, but those are very helpful. So yeah, that's kind of the base game. You go in through there. The game ends when someone initiates one of those villains. And then at that point, everyone has an opportunity to try to take out this villain. Now, obviously, the person who has acquired yellow dice is going to have the advantage. But depending on what other people have for equipment, if they have this rowboat, for example, they could turn any of their green dice into yellow. So maybe just a rowboat itself could help defeat the villain there as well. So, and with that, everyone, if multiple people end up winning, basically they have a roll-off. They roll this dice, the Zorro dice, trying to get swords, and whoever has the most swords wins. So yeah, that's basic game. If whoever defeats the scoundrel here does also draw one of the premium equipment. Check out that beautiful yellow gold color there. And these are very, very helpful and very, very strong. You are limited to 3 equipment total, and one of those, 1 premium. So you can't have more than 1 premium, and you cannot have a total of more than 3 equipment cards. So that's the basic game. What do I think of the game? Zorro the Dice game, what I like about it is it's fast. It's fast and easy to play. The setup, there's really not much setup. It doesn't take up a whole lot of table space either. So I appreciate that. I like that. The quality of all the components, I really don't have anything to complain about there. The artwork is great. You'll notice that there's great scene depictions here for the different heroic feats. And I think the game says, what does it say here? 13 and up. I played this with my kids, definitely younger than 13. The game is very, very simple. Now, maybe the 13 and up is a little bit based on the kind of theme of the game. Zorro, you're taking out bad guys. There is, I guess This is probably the most risque artwork in here for that, just so you know. Other than that, you know, nothing that I would say, you know, you could play this easily with younger kids, in my opinion. So the age group is good. It's a good family game. And that's the other thing I want to bring up that I really appreciate the game is at the beginning of the game, you know, trying to get, I was kind of amazed, you know, I was like, oh, I just need to get these 4 symbols. That should be pretty easy. But man, those dice, you know, dice can be mean. This game is a dice game, so it's Yahtzee style. You roll 3 times, and sometimes those dice just are not with you. You know, you roll, you only get, you know, 1 match, roll again. There's another one, but I don't have any Z's. You roll for your 3rd time. Oh, wow. There we go. Of course, on video, I'm going to be lucky and defeat it, right? But it can be very challenging there at the beginning because you don't start with any equipment cards. You don't have any of these extra hero dice, and it can be pretty challenging. So on your turn, if you fail, you know, it's not, you know, you don't have to like have a penalty other than you didn't progress at all, and then it would go on to the next player. The thing I appreciate about Zorro, the Zorro dice game here, is that the multiplayer, there's this idea and concept of, hey, I'm going to go try this heroic feat. Does someone want to come help me? And basically what that does is it allows you, if they have equipment cards, you can actually have access and utilize those on your turn, which is really, really helpful. And after that dice roll, basically your opponent can help you and you have an additional die roll. So very, very helpful. And I like that mechanic because it brings people in, right? People are involved, even when it's not technically their turn. You kind of want to say, hey, I'll help you to do that. So what is the benefit? If someone does help you and defeats the heroic feat, they get to draw an equipment from the top of the deck. So it's beneficial, especially early on in the game, to help people out. Now, as people get equipment cards a little bit better, and you can kind of say, hey, well, they have 2 of one color already, like, and they're going after the 3rd, you can be like, yeah, no, I'm not going to help you. And so I like that aspect. So let me talk about something I didn't particularly enjoy or think worked out too well. So again, I had mentioned the game itself, the base game, will come with all of these dice, the Zorro dice, the hero dice, the expansion. What you're adding there are the 2 tokens. You get 4 more premium equipment cards, 12 more common equipment cards, 8 more heroic feats, 8 scoundrels. So like I said, the base game, you know, as far as variability, the base game, you're going to be playing the same set of scoundrel and villain each time, just with the base game. Now, there's different ones, and obviously the heroic feats come up at different, differently. You have 4 out at a time and different equipment cards for each heroic feat. So there's kind of some variability there. But the base game, you know, it's just 1 scoundrel, one villain there. The base game, adding 2 additional and making it so that these are kind of secret and are revealed, that makes a big difference in my mind as far as variability. Now, again, it is just 2 more, but I really appreciate that. I think it bumps it up quite a bit because you're not exactly sure what power is going to come up and that. But you'll notice it's the same symbols each time, so there's no variation for those. So, you know, the equipment cards, more equipment cards and things, you know, they basically are similar things. You have stationary symbols that come up, and you have ways to change dice or re-roll dice. So, you know, I like the equipment. You can see, again, more of the artwork. I think the game looks great and plays great with multiple players. The expansion, one of the things with the expansion is it says, you know, it has this solo mode that it is very challenging. It does say challenging solo mode. And honestly, though, it makes it very difficult because I mentioned at the beginning of the game how these can be so difficult when you don't have any equipment and everything. In the solo mode, it's just you, and you have 9 of these set out. And if you fail, it's gone. It doesn't get replaced like it does in the normal game when you draw another one. So you have like 9 heroic feats out here. And again, to win, you need to defeat a villain. So it's specific to, hey, what colors came out? Which one can I win? So you may have only blue and yellow with 3 colors out there. That really limits kind of your options in moving forward to try to win the game. If you lose one of those colors, or those colors that have 3, then it becomes really impossible for you to win fairly quickly. And I found that pretty harsh. I don't know, I might play around with, drawing like 3 common equipments and like discarding down to 1 so that you have at least 1 starting equipment. I think that would make the solo game better. If you do want to get this and you like the multiplayer, how that looks, and want to try the solo mode, I would suggest that variant, that basically draw 3 of these, keep 1, basically, some strategic ideas here of what you see on the game. And I think that would make it a lot better, because in the solo mode, it's very, very difficult to get through these. But if you do get the 3 and the dice, it almost steamrolls and becomes fairly easy. But anyway, that's my opinion on the solo mode. Not a huge fan of the solo mode itself. As a multiplayer game, I think this is great. Now, I probably play this, just with the family mostly, and that's 4 players, and I think it works great with 4. I don't know how well this would do with like 7 or 8, but I think it could work. But again, with the more people, you may have some more downtime, and people helping certain other people, you may want to try to balance that out, and make it kind of required, like the person on the left or something. I don't know. But you can play around with that. Anyway, let's see. Anything else about the game itself? I think that's pretty much it. I like the multiplayer concept here in the game. The expansion adds some good variability with the cards. And yeah, it's a very light-hearted dice game. That's the other thing, that there's not a whole lot of choices. You're rolling dice, you have equipment that may help you. You can get some others to hopefully maybe help you in those situations. Or if you want to go it alone so that you're not, helping your opponent get cards. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of choices with the game. And so that's kind of falls a little bit flat. But, for what it is, a very quick dice game here, I think they did a great job. I love Zorro, and so I think the theme worked well with the game. So yeah, that is how Lou sees it. Now, this is the last component in the game. I didn't talk about this. I saw it at the very beginning of the video. They do include this cardboard mask that you can give to the winner, the person who wins. Obviously, they're going to be the next Zorro, so you're going to need to put this mask on. Now, not the COVID mask, right? This is just the Zorro mask to hide your identity. It's really amazing that it's really amazing, these masks, right? It's like, it's not covering much of your face. It's like around your eyes, and that's it. And somehow that disguises you like a lot. I don't know. Anyway, how do you win the game? That's what you want to know. For the giveaway, what we're going to do here is, this video is posted to YouTube, obviously. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I do many different board game reviews, and so I'd love to have you on there. And on social media as well. So I'm on Instagram and on Twitter. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. There will be a post on there. Go ahead and comment, share with your friends. And basically what I'll do is at the end of this month, the month of May, posting this in May. So May 31st of 2021, is going to be the deadline to do that. And so, like, subscribe, go to Instagram and Twitter, subscribe there as well, follow me, and find the posts on Twitter and Instagram for this giveaway, and go ahead and comment on there. And then, and that's very, very important because I will be communicating with that person through direct message, through Instagram and or Twitter, whichever one, for that. So again, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and gave you a little bit idea of how this plays and the quality of the components, as well as some of my thoughts here on this great lighthearted dice checking game. Again, solo mode. I would not get the game purely for the solo mode. I don't think it's that strong. But I think with some variants in there, it can be playable, it can be fun as well. But yeah, Zorro, the dice game. Thank you again for watching. Come back for more, and this is how Lou sees it. Very excited for this giveaway, very first giveaway. Excited to give this away. Again, big thanks to Pull the Pin Games for giving those games available. So thank you again very much. We'll see you next time.